Okay, guys, so this week we're talking about long-distance relationships. So what do you guys think? Yay or nay?
Nay.
Nay.
Nay? Randall?
I'm not saying nay, but I'm also not saying yay. I'm just like, I'm not for them. I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, long distance relationship, okay, yeah. It's just, it happens sometimes and you have no choice.
I think long-distance relationship is a big test. It's a big test. If you can go through a long-distance relationship and then come back and still be together, then yeah, you guys are good. You guys are good for each other. You made it. Because when you have a long-distance relationship, one of you is going to experience a whole different world. Mm-hmm. And in that world are different people. And I don't know if you're going to stand up to all these different people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be the best here in Toronto, but over there, I don't know where you stand.
Have any of you ever been in long-distance relationships?
Yeah.
All of you?
No.
And how did they work out?
Not
It
well.
didn't work out. Randall?
It worked out until she came back.
Oh, shit. Oh, it did.
Oh yeah, that's actually how mine worked too.
It worked out until she came
But
back?
the decision was made while I was away.
Okay.
It was just the action, the implementing the decision.
Okay, so what's so bad about long-distance relationships?
I think there's two ways you can go about it. There's the relationship where you guys were together and you guys lived in the same city or whatever, and then you guys split up, and then there's you meet and then you like the person and you try and do the whole long distance thing, but you guys never had that time to like really get to know each other. I can speak from the second situation, and like that doesn't work because you need to spend time with the person to get to know them, to build that relationship. And if the person lives in a different country, then you don't have that time to like, really get to know each other, spend time, just like
You
get to know the
definitely
person.
need a foundation to start with, because you can't really build on anything unless you have a foundation. And that foundation, I mean, you only know how strong it is until you test it. So.
But nowadays with like BBM and texting and phone webcam, no, it's not the same?
No.
Because
Skype
if you guys,
and stuff.
if you guys are like
Same.
living in different parts, you're leading two different lives. It's like there's no. For me, I had no intention of moving to where he was, and I knew that he had no intention of moving to where I was. So like, when were we gonna really be together?
So does it change if eventually one of them will be back?
Yes.
That's different?
Yeah, because then you have a future. You have something to look forward to.
Sure.
If you don't, then basically you're just living your life over here, their life over there, and you have an online BBM text message relationship. That's what you have. I don't know if that's
pals,
real.
basically.
Yeah, you're pen pals. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what you are.
Okay, Cyrus, you're quiet over there. What do you think?
I agree with the having to have a foundation first before, the split, and then maybe a possible reconciling again. But I don't think like two people can, meet online and say that they're dating and one person lives in Hong Kong and the other one lives in, Australia. I think that's just ridiculous. They're fooling themselves. And the world is a big place, so even when two people separate, not like relationship-wise, but separate distance-wise, and try for a long-term relationship or long-distance relationship,
There's
like,
temptation out there.
yeah, for sure. Like there's
Definitely.
other people, there's billions of other people out there,
Yeah.
and you're
Definitely a
gonna
lot
find someone else.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah, you are.
But couldn't you say the same thing about in the same city?
Yeah, exactly. That's
you
why
could.
relationships don't work here.
Yeah, you could say that about the same city, but then you could always go back to your man, If you found temptation in the same city, you could, at the end of the day, go back to your man's house and be like, yeah, do your shit at your man's house. Like, just continue building that foundation. Whereas if you find somebody else somewhere else, all you have is what you already have. You can't build on that.
So does anyone have anything positive to say about long-distance relationships?
I think it shows a maturity and thanks, Win, and commitment between the two, and trust. It sure does take a lot of trust and stuff to try and pull one off. So kudos to those who attempt them, and because it kind of shows, that they each care about the other person.
Definitely.
But some people I just think are lying to themselves, and they might want to say that because they don't want to be the one to like say, okay, let's break up. So like, okay, let's try a long distance relationship, knowing it's not going to work out.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's
positive. I actually felt closer to her. Is that weird? Not like, okay, it was to the point where when she was back in Toronto, I would chill with her. And it was like, we don't really need to say anything, we'll just be together. Cool, right? But when she was gone, I swear we used to talk on the phone for, I'm not even lying, like a minimum of 5 hours a day. I'm not even joking.
Wow.
My whole shift at work, I'd be talking to her with my headset in. So
And this is a positive thing?
it is, because you get to know a person. Like,
I guess so. Yeah.
you know?
You get to actually know the person without being blinded by the physical.
Yeah. So
True.
it's positive in that sense, and then you test out your willpower to see, like, okay, well, if you can resist temptation with the other females around or the other males around in your cases.